Hi, my name is Rhianna Ilube and I'm the project director and writer of 1884.
Hi, I'm Tsitsi, Mareika, Chirikure, and I am one of the writers of 1884 and a co-creator.
We were interested in 1884 because in that year there was a significant conference that took place in Berlin where the major European powers, the US and Ottoman Empire, they came together for 104 days in Berlin to discuss the future of colonization of the African continent. And it's important to say that no African representatives were allowed in that conference or were allowed in that room. And it really was seen as a moment where the Europeans wanted to come together to make sure they established the rules of the game, the rules of how they were going to split up the African continent.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, Rhianna, there were no Africans in the room, and that was something that really made us think and really inspired us also in this journey that we were taking, creating 1884, because we were thinking about, well, what was happening outside of the room and what were the resistance movements that were happening outside of the room and how did Africans respond.
We made this game in collaboration with Coney, who are interactive theatre makers. And I love working with Coney and also creating interactive art because I really believe that audience members remember mostly how a piece of art makes them feel, rather than specific lines in a script or specific moments in a play. What the piece makes you feel is the thing you're going to go home with. And then I also think I want people to have conversations after the show with their friends or with people they've just met. And I think because you've played together, often we see people staying on afterwards, having long and deep chats about the history, about memorialization, about the injustices that happened with people they didn't know. And I see that doesn't happen so much outside of interactive art. We started working on 1884 in January 2023, where we brought together a range of people. We had writers, historians, researchers, other interactive theatre makers, and we all came together for about 2 weeks, learned about the history. So we actually had a whole day just learning about 1884 and reflecting and talking about memorialization and resistance movements. And then we really spent 3 or 4 days just thinking about the vision of 1884. If we were going to make something interactive, what were our principles? We knew we wanted to fictionalize it, so not create something set in 1884, but create a new world for it. We knew we wanted to have a DJ involved and music. And at the end of that R&D, we play tested it with an audience for the first time. And I feel like that was an incredible moment for us as makers, because with interactive art, you actually don't know what you're making until an audience plays it.
That initial play test was really important because it showed us like how people would react to what we have made, but also to say that whenever we've played it now with different audiences, there's always going to be a bit of a different interaction with the audience. So I do think that's also the beauty of it being immersive, is that the audience make the game.
Audiences can expect to be put into groups of about 6 or 7, and you'll be sat around a table together, essentially building new family groups, new communities, a neighborhood together, essentially. And you'll be guided through a series of fun and light activities that help you to build those family memories together.
We've also considered different types of audiences coming in, so you can involve yourself as much as you want in the game, or you can draw back a bit. Either way, it still works and you can still play the game, but you need not to worry about being put on the spot because that will never happen. 1884 is a powerful experience where you will learn about a history that many people may not know about.
You should come to 1884 because it is a genuinely unforgettable experience. It's also really fun, and hopefully it will spark some rich conversations after the show, during the show, months after the show, because there's so much to think about.